Hey, how you doing? This is Neil, and I'm going to show you guys how to get your own novel published and also how to write a good novel, a novel that can actually get published. So please stay tuned. This will be kind of a like visually not the most stimulating video because there's no FaceTime, nothing like that. It's just my computer screen. I do plan on making an entire course on this topic, which will have a bunch of FaceTime, all that kind of stuff. But you can actually get it for free by going to masteredit.net, then go to free writing lessons. Now, under free writing lessons, there's a story, structure, and plotting. This is actually how I wrote Bending Nature. So, by the way, Bending Nature is not a vanity publishing. I actually got it published and sold to Big Ideas Publishing. So they purchased the novel from me, purchased 1 year rights from me, and then they're going to be giving me royalties as it continues to sell. Anyway, so the first things the first is you have to actually write your novel. So how I wrote my novel was all this knowledge right here. This is just some of the knowledge that I gained over time, and this helped me write a good novel. Of course, Bending Nature isn't my first novel I ever wrote. I wrote other novels prior to that, and they were very sophomore attempts, but they were decent stories, creative. But I didn't really know how to write and tell a good story yet. So once I learned all that knowledge, and then which I put here for free to watch, each part is a free lesson to watch. These are just screen captures, and they're kind of just plain. There's no FaceTime on them. So that's why I want to make a course where there's actually a lot of FaceTime and stuff like that, to where it actually looks more like a professional course. But nonetheless, for free, you get the idea, and it shows you how to use this right here. And this is what you're really staring at almost the entire time in those 12 lessons. But they're very well done. It explains everything here and how to use it. This is like my roadmap. But you have to know how to use this roadmap to write a good story. Now, I can guarantee you, you watch all 12 of those videos that explain how to use this guide right here, you will write a good story. I can almost guarantee it. If you have the talent to write a good story and you use this idea the way I do it, you're going to write a good story. And so that's what happened is I used that, wrote a good story. Also, this is really good too. All these are really good to watch. You want to watch all these if you can. And also click here to read as much as you can as well. All that stuff is the stuff that I use. And now a really good book I use as well is one called Style, Lessons in Clarity and Grace by Joseph M. Williams. I got the 9th edition. And so that book is great. It's one of the best books I ever read on like how to write well. It doesn't really teach like storytelling. I teach that right here. And you can learn this from other books, but I distill it down in such a way that worked for me and got my novel sold. And it's also planning to get me another novel sold. It also got me short stories sold. But prior to selling the short story or this novel, I also sold short stories to magazines. Now, when I say sold, I mean that they actually pay me money. Like some paid me only $50 for a 1,000-word story. They don't always pay the most money. Some of them only pay $5, but you're getting money for it. Believe me, it's hard. It's not easy to sell a story. It's hard to even get a magazine that is a decent magazine and will just like don't pay you for the story, but they'll publish it, like put in their magazine. All right, so it's just like, hey, we're not going to pay you anything, but we'll publish in our magazine. It's hard to even do that sometimes. Seriously, like you need a good story, unless the magazine is just crap, and they'll take anything and everything they can, and you can tell like when there's like writing on there that's like, oh my gosh, what is this? But if it's a decent magazine, even if they don't offer you no money at all, it's really hard to get your story published in there. You have to have a good polished story. And so anyway, part of that is the writing has to be succinct. The style has to be good and clear and easy to understand. And that's why I recommend Style by Joseph M. Williams. It really helped me write. It took my writing to a whole new level as far as like clarity and grace. Okay, so once you have the novel written, then it's like, well, how do you go about getting it published? All right, so that's where I'm going to talk about next, how I went about getting my novel published. Now, I'm going to teach all this in great detail, and I'm going to reteach all this right here in better detail, all the knowledge that I have on how to write a good novel. Also new stuff that I've learned over the years on how to write a better novel, how to really construct that story that really grips. I'm going to go into really great detail on how to develop your characters, make them sound different, and just to make your novel the best it possibly can be. And then also how to edit, which, I like using Master Edit here on the site. You just go to Home, and you can see that you can read about Master Edit, and then you can purchase it. And it's a one-time purchase, and you own the software for life. And it really is really, really helpful. Nonetheless, even after doing that, though, I still can't catch everything. So then I have an editor, and you can see the editor there. I had Jennifer edit it, do the rest of the editing for me, because I can only capture so much stuff, and she did a really great job. Right, so free writing lessons. Now, how do you go about getting published? Now, before I talk about how to get published, I would ask you this: if you have Kindle Unlimited and you read this for free, because it is part of that program, if you read my novel for free, please do me a favor and leave a review. Just leave your honest review of it because it's so hard to get reviews. I just now released this like I don't know, I think it was well I don't well I guess I didn't technically release it, but Big Ideas Publishing released it, and they notified me that they were putting it live on Amazon. I think it was like last night or today or this morning or something like that. I don't know, I'm bad with time. But I think it was this morning when they told me that, hey, we got it up and we're going to do some promotions and stuff for it, blah, blah, blah. And go now, basically they told me now's the time if you want, go ahead and make a video and tell all your people about it that you got your book published and it's up there. So yeah, and also if you wanted to read the first 3 chapters for free, just go to bigideaspublishing.net, and their site's really cool. And you'll see it there that they have it published, and then you can go here, just click on it right here, and that gives you the first 3 chapters, and voila. And then you can also click here if you wanted to buy it, and then you can read the first 3 chapters for free to see if it's something that you like, because sometimes Amazon only lets you read so much for free. Well, here you go, first 3 chapters all right here for free to read, and you can check that out. All I ask is that if you do get it in any way, and if you buy it however you get it, please do me a favor and leave a review, because it's so hard to get reviews for products. Trust me. I try to review every product I get now. And if I didn't like the product very much, I like a 3-star rating, I just don't review it at all. If I felt like the product is so horrible that it shouldn't even be sold in the market, then I'll leave a bad review. Other than that, I try not to leave bad reviews. I have to really feel strongly like about the product being so crap that it shouldn't be on the market, like it's dangerous or something like that. If I like the product, I always make time now to go and leave a quick review, because it's so easy. All I have to do is like click here, click there, and bam, you write your review. Now, of course, I can't write a review here because otherwise it would be yeah. So edit that part out. And all you have to do is click right here to write a review, and this is that simple. So it's so easy to write reviews. It's like, why not do it? Of course, I can't write a review of my own thing here, because it wouldn't be ethical, right, to do that. So the one customer review I do have right now, I don't know them, but awesome. I'm glad that they liked it. I'm really surprised that happened. I guess that what Big Ideas Publishing is, they also purchased Amazon's. I guess it's like a, what is it called? Advertising platform thingy. I don't know. I guess it advertises it on Amazon and stuff. So hopefully that draws in some sales. But how Amazon really works is by customer reviews and stuff, and customer reviews are really, really important, and it's so hard to get them. So I always try to leave customer reviews. So if you do read it that way, that's all I'm asking, is that you leave a customer review, and I'd really, really appreciate it. Just leave an honest review. And if you buy it as well, please leave a review on what you thought of it. It's really going to help me. So if you liked it, whenever you like something, especially a book or a movie or something, review it, because it's going to help that author make more sales and more people to learn about it. But if you don't say anything, then it's like harder for the author to get that recognition. And that first few reviews, the first 10 reviews, are so important to get. And if you don't get those, then your book is probably not going to do very good. So I really hope that I end up getting them. But yeah, so that's that. So okay, now how do you go about getting published? So the first thing you need is a good query letter. That's what I did. This right here is actually what was in my query letter. Of course, there was a beginning part and then there's a little ending part. This part you don't put in there. Never tell them, oh, my book's good. Don't use words like that. Just show them that's good, like this. And anyway, I'm not going to get into how to write a query letter right now. I'll probably do that in the actual course, but it's really important to write a good query letter. And it's one of my least favorite parts. My least favorite part is synopsis, but the query letter is my second least favorite part of the whole process. It's just, man, it's so difficult to really distill a novel down into this like blurb. It's like what you might read in the back of a book. Anyway, so I sent a good query letter, right? So once I had my query letter written, I sent it out to a few agents and to a few big publishing houses. I was actually surprised at what I got back. Almost every one of them responded back to me. Some of them responded back without wanting to see anything further, which to me I know means that, hey, we like it, or whatever they say, right? It's usually a copy paste type of thing, like just a automatic type of response where they don't like personally respond to you. And so I knew that that's cool. They're just being kind. There's like, hey, thank you for submitting to us. We're not interested. But it's pretty much what it says. Now they say it in much kinder words, kind of flattery words sometimes, but ultimately they're not interested in it at all. That's not a good sign. But when they actually request more from you, that's a good sign. That's what you want. You want them to actually say, hey, I would like to see more of this. Whether it be I want a synopsis, I want a full manuscript request, or I want more chapters. So sometimes an agent or publisher might ask right at the bat. If you read their subscription policy, they'll say, "We want a query letter." That you always need a query letter. That's the absolute minimum you need. We want a query letter, and we want like the first chapter. Sometimes they'll ask of that. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll be like, "Send us a query letter," and that's that. Sometimes they'll ask for a query letter and a synopsis, like a 2-page synopsis or 1-page synopsis, or something like that. That's the suckiest. I hate that. But anyway, so when they ask for more than what's already being asked in the beginning, they actually write you back and they say, hey, I want to see more. That's a good thing. That's when you know you're on the right track. You have a good novel. Do not give up. If you don't get that, you send it to like, if you send it to like 50 different agents or something or publishers or a mix of the two, and all you get back is just a letter saying, hey, thank you, blah, 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 and that's it. And they don't request more, like more chapters than what they normally would ask for, or they don't request a synopsis or anything more from you, then you're probably not on the right track. You need to start over, maybe write a new novel, or maybe fix that novel up and think of ways you can make the story better. Definitely, go back to here and use the story plotting guide like I do and create a good novel. Right. So once you start hearing things back, then you know you're on the right track, and then see like get their feedback and see why is it they don't buy it from you, or why is it they don't choose to represent it. If it's an agent, they don't buy it, they represent it. If it's a publisher, they buy it. By buying it, I mean they give you an advance. They say, hey, we're going to publish your novel. We're going to give you advance. Now, if it's a vanity publishing, which Big Ideas Publishing is not, they actually pay you for your novel. I mean, that is, they give you advance. If they don't give you an advance for your novel, then it's really kind of vanity publishing. It's like, okay, hey, yeah, we'll publish it for you, and we'll give you some royalties, but that's it. Like, okay, I could do that myself. So, and especially if they're not going to do the book cover for you and the marketing for you and all that kind of stuff, they actually did all this for me. So it's fantastic. I think they did a great job. I really like what they did with it. They're not going to edit it for you and that kind of stuff, then it's just not worth really going through most likely. So anyway, what one agent was like, love it, love it. Can you please send me more? Send him more chapters. Love it. Send me a synopsis. Okay, sent her a synopsis. That's when it's like, oh, well, I don't think vampires are really a big seller right now. And the thing is, synopsis is so hard to write well, because you have to really sum up your entire novel in this like one page synopsis sometimes. Sometimes it's a 2-page synopsis. Very rarely it's an 8-page or 5-page, but you have to distill your entire novel in that small little space, and so you have to really just focus on what matters. And I understand what needs to be there, but even then, sometimes it's really hard to make it not sound generic, to really get them to wonder, like, oh yeah, I really, so you want to make the ending powerful. That's what I recommend in a synopsis, is try to make the ending very powerful. Now, if they request a full manuscript, I love that, because that means that they're, hopefully going to read the actual novel. And that's what happened with Big Ideas Publishing. And now a few did request a full manuscript, agents and some big publishers, and they're like, we really like it, but we just don't think that it's right for the market right now. Send it back to us later when vampires are bigger. And basically they liked it a lot. They just weren't sure if they want to take the gamble on it, with offering me an advance and stuff like that. So Big Ideas decided, hey, we'll take a gamble on it. We like it. We think it's great. We don't care if vampires aren't the biggest thing right now. They're still big. I mean, vampires will always be something that people are interested in reading about, and especially mine, because it's a very different kind of vampire novel. And I think they saw that potential in it, and so they went ahead and paid me my advance and published it for me and everything. And here it is to get. So yeah. So that's kind of how you go about it. Just make sure you have a good query letter. That's your most important thing, and a good synopsis, because they're going to ask for it most likely. And you can read about read online about how to write good synopsises and stuff. Yeah, and also when you write your book, make sure your book's good. Follow this just type of knowledge I have here to writing your book. And yeah, so that's all I have for now. And hey, so if you like a free copy, if you watch this far along, then obviously you're interested in this topic. And if you want a free copy of any nature, all I ask in return is that you give an honest review. That's it. So send me an email at masterpaintingnow.com and just click on the contact part of the website, and say, hey, I would love a free copy of Bending Nature, and then I can give you a free copy. And all I ask in return is that you give an honest review on Amazon after you read through it. And so, yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you would like to see actual, like these lessons I have here on YouTube, these are some of the lessons I have on YouTube. I plan on doing more lessons on YouTube about writing, like how to make your character sound different, things like that. Please let me know, especially now that, hey, not only have I sold short stories, but now I've actually sold a novel, and hopefully I'll sell another novel soon. And hopefully this novel will do great and kick some serious booty out there in the novel world. And yeah, so if you'd like to see more on how to write, let me know, and I'll try to make time to do that. I definitely want to try and make time to at least make a good course on how to write, to show everything that I've learned over the years and how I write a good novel, and then how I go about getting it published. So, obviously I can't go through it all in just one little quick video like this. It's going to be a full course, professional, with professional mic quality. If you haven't seen my latest microphone quality, go to my latest course, which is how to draw and color backgrounds on Udemy or on my website, either one. Actually, I don't know if I put it on my website yet. I think I still have to do that. You know what? Let me check that real quick. I'm actually curious. I think I have. Let's see if it's even on my website yet. And it looks like, is it? Nope, I don't think it's on there yet. Maybe under, let me see if it's under courses. If not, I need to put it on there. What am I doing not having my latest course on there yet? So yeah, I don't even think it's on there yet. Okay, that's weird. I could have swore I put it on there, but I guess I haven't. So anyway, you can see it on Udemy if you go to how to draw and color backgrounds. So that's my latest course, and then you can see the quality of the like. Watch the first one where it's like introduction, and that will show you the quality of my sound now. I'm gonna be recording it all probably in a hotel, really nice hotel, so it has cool and like different locations and stuff like that. And so it's gonna have a lot of interesting things to watch while I'm teaching how to write that next good, awesome, best-selling novel, hopefully. All right, so thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a thumbs up if you dig this video. And if it has been helpful to you at all, please go ahead and share it so that other people can also be helped by it. I'd appreciate that. And the ultimate help you can possibly give me is to check out my book. At least just go here and check out the first 3 chapters. You can read them for free. And yeah, okay, so thank you.